Hello, so today we're going to discuss a little bit about different transits where you're very likely to meet a significant other or start a important relationship. Now, this doesn't necessarily always mean a romantic partnership, although it often does. I've also seen this come up in time periods where you meet a significant person, such as a best friend or a business partner as well. So the first I would really like to discuss is when your progressed Venus hits your natal sun. And also likewise, the progressed sun to natal Venus. These transits often bring a significant relationship. Often this could be a marriage or some sort of signifying business relationship, something contractual. The vertex is also something you should look out for. The vertex is a point in your chart. If you go to astro.com, you can search and add the vertex point. And this generally works as a karmic door. And by that, when planets are transiting the vertex, especially a planet like Venus that is related to love and relationships, it can indicate a rather fated relationship. So these tend to be very karmic people that enter our lives, some of which can be very deep relationships or profound relationships that get us ready for the one. Because Jupiter also rules the husband in astrology, transits with Jupiter conjunct the vertex are also possible to meet a significant other. But other Jupiter transits you should look out for are Jupiter transit Venus, Moon, or the ruler of the 7th house, or the descendant. A lot of relationships actually start under Jupiter conjunct, sextile, or trine Venus. Venus is our attractions and desires. It's what we think looks good, what feels good. And Jupiter is the planet of, like I said, it could be the husband, but it really is the planet of abundance and luck and joy. So when Jupiter transits a planet, it kind of reorganizes it. It gives us something kind of different to believe in. So it's not surprising that relationships under such a transit might start something kind of lucky for us. And if you're already in a relationship, because Jupiter rules the law and things that are legally binding, this can be a time for actual legalization, so marriage, or, starting a partnership that's quite significant. You also want to look at the ruler of the 7th house and where that might be transiting, especially if it's transiting the 7th house. So, for instance, let's just say you have a Cancer rising, okay? That would mean that your 7th house was in Capricorn. And so the ruler of Capricorn is Saturn. So if Saturn was transiting the 7th house, you might have a significantly quite serious relationship start there. Saturn is the planet of things that are rather serious and karmic as well. So if you are a Gemini rising, that means that Sagittarius is ruling your 7th house. So you want to look and find Jupiter. And so when Jupiter is transiting your 7th house, you might have a significant relationship start. So essentially, I hope you have followed me so far. These are some of the transits that are really quite lucky. Another one that I've started to really notice more and more is when the North Node transits Venus. I've noticed a lot of very significant relationships start during this transit. The North Node is our soul's mission. It is our karma in our lifetime. It's what we're going towards. And Venus is, of course, love and beauty. So when these meet up, this is a very fated relationship. And usually these are relationships that really pull us into our soul's mission. These are going to be people that really challenge us to really grow internally. And this is not always easy, But this is real soul work. So you can guarantee that when this transit's happening, you're going to have very karmic relationships enter your life. I've also seen a lot of people who have moved, like long distance couples, really begin their relationships while Saturn has been conjunct the IC, because that would indicate a rather big move. I've seen couples move in together during that time as well, which is really interesting. Saturn, of course, is contractual things. It's karma, it's seriousness. So that would make sense for a couple to purchase their first home during this transit. I've also seen it happen with Jupiter conjunct the IC as well. Some other things that I've seen pop up in the charts of people who've met significant partners is Venus trining or sextiling the ascendant. That is also a wonderful time to just kind of go out there and try to meet somebody as well, because you'll look very good and you'll be able to kind of navigate the dating pool a little bit easier. You'll have a little bit more charm to you. It will add a little bit more flash into your step. This is a fun dating transit generally. New moons additionally happening in the 7th house are pretty significant times for people to meet a new partner that significantly changes their life. New moons are usually blessings and great times to initiate new things as well. Also, I would like to say when Saturn is transiting Venus, this indicates somebody getting kind of serious about commitment and responsibility. So that's also a really great transit for a very mature relationship. It's also a great time to meet an older mate. So in my own work, this is the most common list of transits that I tend to see my clients kind of fall in love or build relationships under. So I hope that that helps you. And I hope if you have any other questions, you can ask me by just emailing me at thezenewitch@gmail.com.